welcome to another episode of The Smile Coast. I'm your host, Dr. AC Quaidu, and I'm so thrilled to have you back with me again. The topic for today's podcast is living by the symbols, ancient Egyptian wisdom for authentic living. Now, in ancient Egypt, living authentically meant aligning your heart with the mind of the cosmos, with the mind of God, with truth, energy, and spirit all working in concert and in harmony. When you walk in that balance, you don't just live life, you become eternal. Now, since I was young, I've been drawn to the elegance and mystery of ancient Egypt. The pyramids, the golden art, the intricate hieroglyphics, the stories carved into stone as if they were whispers meant to travel through time. Now, I didn't know then that this lifelong affinity was really a mirror, reflecting a deep yearning to live authentically, to leave behind a life etched with meaning, not just emotion. And early this morning, in meditation, the word hieroglyphics dropped into my awareness. I don't believe it was a random thought, because it honestly felt more like an invitation to decode something deeper, to remember that life speaks to us in symbols. That is, if we have the eyes and the heart to see. So today we'll journey into the heart of ancient Egypt to uncover how its timeless wisdom can guide us to live more authentically, more harmoniously, and more powerfully in our modern lives. Hieroglyphics emerged over 5,000 years ago, around 3100 BC, one of humanity's earliest writing systems. At first, they were simple pictures marking possessions, recording harvests, telling of kings, but they grew into something far greater, Medu Neter, which means, quote-unquote, the words of the gods. The Egyptians believed writing was a sacred gift from Thoth, the god of wisdom. Each symbol carried both meaning and energy, functioning as language as well as a living prayer. Hieroglyphics adorned temple walls, it adorned tombs and monuments, not just to tell stories, but to preserve truth and invoke divine order. Now, when I think about hieroglyphics today, I'm reminded that every word we speak and every action we take is like carving a symbol into the walls of our own life history or life story. And so the question is, what are we etching into eternity? Ancient Egypt was built on the belief that life is a sacred conversation between the human heart and the intelligence of the cosmos. Their gods were more than deities. They were living principles. Thoth, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. It's Thoth. Thoth embodied wisdom and the power of language. Maat, M-A-A-T, the goddess known as Maat, embodied truth and balance. And the goddess Isis held the mysteries of healing and transformation. To live in harmony with these principles was to live in harmony with the universe itself. Temples were aligned with the stars, designed to tune the human spirit to higher frequencies. The Great Pyramid itself encodes cosmic and mathematical constants. Now, this, my dear listeners, was no coincidence. This was communion with a higher order. And the Egyptians saw the self as multidimensional. Ka, Ka, was the life force. Ba, Ba, was your unique soul essence. And Ach, Akh, was your eternal divine spirit. And authentic living to them meant nourishing all three, keeping the body alive with vitality, expressing your soul's true nature without compromise, and staying connected to the eternal spark within. Now, this is the same call we face today, isn't it? To live not just as earthbound beings, but as conscious participants in the intelligence that shapes the stars. So let's delve into 5 ancient Egyptian principles for modern life. The first is Maat, the principle of balance. In Egypt, the goddess Maat's feather was the standard by which souls were weighed. She was the very principle of order itself. Her feather was the standard by which souls were weighed in the afterlife. If your heart was light, it entered eternal peace. And if it was heavy, you were sent back to learn again. So to live in Ma'at is to live in truth and harmony. So this week, I'd like you to identify one area of your life that feels out of balance and make one small choice today to restore it. One easy thing you could do is to smile more, to have more joy. Now, the second principle is Heka, Heka, the power of words. To the Egyptians, words weren't just sounds, they were magic. Heka was the force that made prayers, chants, and affirmations living things. And the lesson here is that whatever you say repeatedly to yourself, shapes your reality. So this week, create a Heka statement. This is a short, empowered declaration of who you choose to be. So here are some examples. I walk in truth, and my steps are guided by divine order. My heart is light, my spirit is free, and my path is clear. I create beauty and harmony wherever I go. The wisdom of the ancients flows through me now. I speak words that shape my highest reality. So these are just examples. So what I want you to do is to just create one that feels right for you and make it your daily mantra or affirmation. The third principle is Ka and Ba, feeding energy and spirit. The Ka was your life force, the energy that needed to be nourished with food, rest, and ritual. And the Ba was your personality, your unique soul expression that could travel between the realms. And the lesson here is that a fulfilled life means feeding both energy and creativity. Ka is your life force, and Ba is your soul's unique expression. So this week, do one thing to energize your body and one thing to free your creative spirit. Make it a habit to incorporate a nourishing diet, make time for rest and sleep, as well as make time to pause, to go within, go inward, to meditate, or to simply be. The fourth principle is eternal perspective. The Egyptians built for eternity because they lived with legacy in mind. They built monuments to last millennia, and every day was preparation for the eternal. And the lesson here is that when we think beyond the moment, we live with more intention. So an action step is to think about it and choose one action this week that your future self or future generations will thank you for. The fifth principle is symbols as energy keys. Hieroglyphics weren't just an alphabet. Each symbol held energy and meaning. They were living prayers. They were living symbols, energy made visible. And the lesson here is that the universe communicates through symbols in our lives, through our dreams, through repeated patterns, through animals, and through numbers. So an action step this week is to notice one symbol that appears repeatedly for you in dreams, in conversations, or in nature, and reflect on its message for you. So now, if you'll permit me, I'd like to lead you on a very brief guided visualization. So if you can, gently close your eyes. Make sure you won't be disturbed and there's nothing that requires your immediate attention. Take a nice deep breath in. Hold for a minute and gently breathe out. Imagine walking into a sunlit Egyptian temple. The walls are covered with golden hieroglyphics. And you notice one symbol that's glowing brighter than the rest of them. So you step closer. It's beautiful. It's golden. It seems to be jumping out at you. Place your hand over it and feel its meaning pour into you. Now speak your Heka statement aloud or in your mind and see those words being carved into your own eternal wall, a message that will guide you forever. Take a nice deep breath in and gently open your eyes. So in closing, I wish to leave you with the following. This week, I want you to live with a balance of Maat. Speak with the magic of Heka. Feed your Ka and your Ba. Think with eternity in mind and follow the symbols life gives you. And as always, remember to smile. Smile today. Smile every day. Smile like your life depends on it, because it does. If today's journey resonated with you, share this episode. Post the symbol you're working with this week and tag me, either publicly or in private. I'd love to see the wisdom that's finding you. So until next time, may your heart be as light as Maat's feather, and may your life be a masterpiece etched in truth. See you soon.
you.